guys, this is Heather from Cycle Source TV coming to you from day one of the Texas Fandango in Fredericksburg, Texas at the Gillespie County Fairgrounds. I showed you just a tiny bit of the swap meet this morning, and I thought I'd take you for a spin around the antique motorcycle show that they've got in place this weekend. It's incredible so far, and bikes are still being brought in. And I thought you guys might enjoy taking a peek. As always, I don't always know what everything is, and I know what I like, I know what I think is cool. Thankfully, most of them have tags that at least have a year on it, so we should do okay walking through, but let me spin you around and show you what we got going on, because there's some incredible motorcycles in here, many of which I would like to take home. So if anybody would like to buy Heather something, any one of these will do. Just kidding. Hold on, guys. Let's see what we got. So I don't know if you want commentary or whatever, if you just want me to shut up and show you the motorcycles, but I can do that. And obviously tell you the basics, you know, like that's a blue Indian. Let's see what year it is at least. That is a 1945 Indian Chief. Very, very nice. Next to it is a 1943 Indian. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I see Brenda and Jack are here. Bear with me. I'm going to try and do some comments here as I scroll through here. Hey Bruno, how are you tonight? I think it is nighttime now in New Hampshire. I love these two over here. They're just so well restored. 1953 Harley Hummer from Jerry Morgan. Look at that, and it's matched in 1952 right next to it. Same owners. You got a 49. 1255 Hummer, look at that. I don't think I've seen one of those before. Mitchell, you can afford a t-shirt here. Yeah, I feel the same way, trust me. That looks like an OP panhead right there. What year is that? We got a 48. Hi Rich, how are you today? That sure is pretty. Sean Shaughnessy, welcome, welcome. This blue and white specimen is a 1965. I have a special place in my heart for panheads for some reason. Well, and shovel heads and knuckleheads. I guess I just like most motorcycles. We've got a 1945 EL right here. Sorry guys.
Well, this is not true. It's
1933 VLD. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, Bruno, it's my pleasure. I'm so glad we can bring you these live feeds. Dennis Farrell, West Virginia. A 1921 JD. Look at that. So for those of you who pay attention, Chris actually rode a 1916 J in the Sons of Speed a few weeks back in Daytona. Oh, 67 FL. Yeah, buddy, that's beautiful. Connie Cookie, you have a 1953 Hummer. That's awesome. And Connie Cookie, if that's really your name, I love it. 1930 VL right here. Older bikes do have a great sound. Yeah, that's probably why I like the pans and shovels. Scott Siebert, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Washington, PA. Is it as cold back home as they're telling me? Because if it is, I might not come back. I'm just saying. Mark Alexandria right on. This blue one is beautiful. That is a 1950 FL Deluxe. Right next to it is we have a 1973 FLH in one of my favorite colors. Who doesn't love purple? Are the American pickers here? You know, I don't know, but if you guys caught my feed earlier of just a little bit of the swap meet segment that I brought to you, holy hell, it's a picker's motorcycle paradise out there. We got a 1955 panhead. Oh, I like that color. That's done nicely. So this event is put on by the Cherokee chapter of the AMCA, which is Dennis. Which one? 1957. This purple one that we're looking at right now is a 1953. The FL, I'm sorry, 1967. If I started on that, I apologize. But anyway, as I was saying, this event, the Texas Fandango, is hosted by the Cherokee chapter of the AMCA, which is one of the largest chapters in the country. And I have to tell you, they're one of the most youth, I guess, oriented chapters that I've come across. And I say youth meaning that they gladly welcome choppers and us dirty chopper jockeys, which is so refreshing because you don't have to have a 100-point motorcycle, as you can see, to be part of this chapter display here. We've got a 1978 FL coming up. Following that is a red beauty that's a 1946 UL. That's a showstopper. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. And then we have a 1948 FL. Oh, again, it's absolutely beautiful. So well done. I wish there was a little more space between them so I could give you guys a closer look. I'm sorry, but I don't want to risk going in between any of them and scratching or bumping or anything like that because I can't afford the paint, let alone anything else. We've got a 1964 Duoglide coming up. That, and we have a 77 Super Glide that somebody's put their own spin on here. I like that fairing. It's different for sure. Following this Duoglide coming up, we have a 75 FLH Sidecar. So like I said, as you can see, there's an amazing display of motorcycles here. I'm going to get through the V-twin segment, and then maybe we'll save the imports for either later or tomorrow because there's a whole nother section going on here. This orange one is a 1948 Knuckle F. We're going to be coming up on a 66 FLH. Very nicely done. Oof, 1946 FL. So again, this is just one part of what's going on here at Texas Fandango. There's going to be a couple speakers tomorrow that, including Doug, Round the Word Doug. He's going to be doing about a segment on traveling, and I think I saw a linker carburetor talk happening, and there's going to be some cool stuff going on. We've got a 59 panhead. And we're coming up on a Harley U. I don't know the year, and I'm not even going to guesstimate because that would just be wrong. But it sure does not suck. See if we can back up and get you that lineup. We got a 72 FLH that, I'm sorry, I love the color. Look at that lineup. And it only gets better. And everywhere you look, there's more and more and more. We've got a 1978 XLCR 1000. And an 81 bitchin' golf cart. That's for sale if you have a cool $3 grand in your pocket, which sure would be nice if I could use it to get around the venue. Got a 1946 Knuckle coming up. Hey Ed, how you doing? '88 FL. Next up on deck. And last in this row is a 47 FL. So we're gonna go back down here and I'm gonna show you the last few in the American V-Twin segment down here. Ooh, you have an 85 Duoglide? Sweet. Is it stock or did you chop it? What do we got going on? I am having fun. How are you?
We're great. We're blessed.
Absolutely, absolutely. I found a spot I could pass through. We've got a 1939 Indian Chief with Princess Sidecar. Look at that beauty. Say hi to Dr. Lou from Crazy and Cookie. Oh, I'll have to go find him. I saw him. I'll have to go find him. I went through with the camera earlier, but I was looking more at my camera than who was out there. I love it when you can rescue a motorcycle. It's always worth it. Got a 1924 Henderson. And a 1936 EL. Sorry.
If I tell you what was that purple bike or this bike?
1954 KR. Look at that. I don't think I've seen that. That's sharp as hell. A 1909 Pope. Now, that's impressive. That I don't think, that's a real treat to have here for sure. And we're gonna end off with a 1949 FL. Oh, you know what? I can't close this out without going by some of the bikes from the Klein collection, Sierra Madre motorcycles. And one of the reasons I'm here, we met Steve Klein, purveyor of Sierra Madre motorcycles, a few years back at Pate Swap Meet. And I don't know if he adopted us or we adopted him, but we've been very fortunate. Look at that Henderson. That is beautiful. I love that they have names on them. Names and years. It kind of makes me sound a little smart. Oh, so tomorrow I'm going to see if we can jump in on the feeds tomorrow, because they're going to be doing some clinics. We've got Magnetos, a spot on Magnetos, and again, Around the World Doug, two-wheel travel overseas. Bill Page on timing for J models, and Greg Nelson on Linker carburetors. So I'm going to ask Miss Rebecca from Red Flyer Media if we can jump onto her feed so she can bring you those segments tomorrow as well. Look at that. How many of you guys seen a flying Merkle before? That's part of the Sierra Madre motorcycle company, the Steve Klein collection. This is Valentine. This bike has a very special place for Chris and I because that was a 1912 that Steve let Chris ride for the very first time last year, and boy, what a treat. Chris was like a kid in a candy store. Steve's beautiful wife, Joan, bought him that for Valentine's Day a few years ago. And if you go back through our feeds, whether it be Facebook or YouTube, you can see a full video feature on that particular motorcycle where Steve teaches Chris how to start it up and ride away on it. No, that Merkel was not at Sons of Speed. Not that particular one anyway. We've got a 1912 Hendy Twin. And what's really nice, if you guys follow us, you will see full video features on all of these motorcycles coming out one at a time. They're actually on the editing deck right now. So stay tuned and you'll get to hear some history and some of the stories behind these. And how many of you guys have ever seen a Pierce? Look at that. And that is a beautiful specimen right there. Steve is also the current caretaker of the last Crocker ever made. Now, I think we've done a feature on that. If not, that's coming out soon. But he let Chris sit on it, and I don't know if I've ever seen Chris so scared in all my life as when he sat on that $1 million motorcycle. So, but stay tuned. We're going to be bringing that to you as well. Either later tonight or tomorrow, we'll bring you the import segment that's in the building. We'll bring you some of the chopper corral, some more of the swap meet. Again, if you're here at the swap meet and you're selling parts, if you see my husband, the answer is no. Unless it's a sidecar setup, a Servicar setup for me, then we might be able to work something. I'm just kidding. But anyway, so stay tuned. We'll be back later tonight with more. Again, we're going to see if we can jump onto Red Flyer Media when she does those clinics tomorrow. But in the meantime, thanks for hanging out with us. Be safe, be kind to one another, and get out and wrench or ride.